Well, good morning, everybody. My name is Steve Leeder. I'm the Executive Director of the Research Institute that you're in, parentheses interim, until such time as Chair of the Search Committee, I can find somebody to lead this research initiative here. But anyway, my other role is as co-PI of Frontiers Clinical and Translational Science Institute, together with Dr. Castro, who you will hear from right after me. We are extremely pleased to be able to host this Frontiers Research Day here. We are especially pleased to have so many representatives from our Frontiers partners here, and even more so, the only people who had the courage to sit at the front of the auditorium, the students from Olathe North and Blue Valley Southwest. So welcome to all of you. We've got a pretty, well, obviously I'm biased, but I think we've got a pretty good day planned for everybody, and we're going to be addressing a really important part of research careers, and I'm not going to give away too much there, but I just wanted to also let you know that some important information about the building. There are restrooms just around the corner on this level, and you can go up one more level to the garden level. There are restrooms in that same location. If they're really busy, you can go up to the first floor and walk all the way that direction, and there are some more restrooms there. I think that's any other important information we need to impart before we move on with the program. And silence your phones.
Applies for all.
It applies to all, even PIs.
Correct.
But with that, welcome to Frontiers Research Day, and I'll turn it over to Dr. Castro to tell you a little bit more about Frontiers.
Good morning. Mario Castro, co-lead Frontiers with Dr. Leeder that you just met. It's an exciting time for us. We are getting back together after going through the pandemic and sharing the best science that you all are doing. For those that are not familiar with Frontiers, we represent many institutions their logos are all listed here. And at the speed mentoring session that we had this morning, I was so pleased to see so many bright young people thinking about their careers in clinical and translational research, and coming from all the institutions. I met somebody from all of our institutions this morning, so I was so excited to see that participation. We have an exciting agenda. For those that have not seen it, it's on the board out there, or you can also pick up some paper copies at the front desk. And we'll be introducing our keynote here shortly, followed by some oral presentations, and then going into concurrent sessions this afternoon. So pick and choose what your favorite sessions are. We'll be recording these sessions, and hopefully you'll have access to them down the road. So just to introduce a little bit more about Frontiers, our mission is to advance clinical and translational science. And we have a large geography to cover, as demonstrated on this map. We are one of 63 institutions funded through the National Center for Advancing Translational Science from the National Institutes of Health. And we represent, in this region, the entire state of Kansas as well as western Missouri. We won't talk about any sports teams here, but we represent, KU Medical Center, UMKC, Children's Mercy, K-State, University of Manhattan, St. Luke's, which is our health system affiliated with UMKC, Kansas City University, and then the KU campuses here in Kansas City, Lawrence, and Wichita are all part of our Frontiers Institute. We strongly believe that we're better in this together, and that each one of you from a variety of institutes bring a special piece to us that allows us to be more diverse, allows us to be stronger as a regional force here in clinical and translational science. As we've seen the trends in biomedical research, we're so excited to see the growth that we've experienced. The pandemic did not set us back. It only helped us leap forward. And so it is an exciting time. I hope you take advantage of today. I want to tell you just a few highlights. And the idea here is to think about impact. When we do our research, when we do our projects, ultimately it has to translate back to advancing human health. And that impact is demonstrated here. Across our clinical trial science units, or CTSUs, we have 5 of them. We have 4 here in Kansas City. On either side of the state line, we have 2 on the KU campuses at Rainbow and Fairway. We have 1 here at Children's Mercy, and then on the Missouri side, and then we have another one farther east at Swope Health as our 4th CTSU, and then our 5th CTSU is down in Wichita, Kansas. This has allowed us to grow tremendously in clinical trials that we do, and we've reached now almost 8,000 participant visits across 500 some active studies that we're supporting across these units. Tremendous growth, again, that has occurred there. You all are attended today. Thank you again for taking your time. We really believe that these events that we host help us kind of share our information and help us think about, well, what's the best avenue for me to pursue? So take advantage of today, talk to people, understand what pathway they've gone, and understand, how that potentially applies to yourself. We believe in giving out our money. We don't keep it. We want to give it away, and that we received from the National Institutes of Health. So we, as demonstrated here, provided over $10 million to support almost 300 research projects. And ultimately, we want to disseminate that information. Publications, just one way to do that, but certainly there are many different ways to do that. One thing that you'll learn here is if you ever receive any support from Frontiers, make sure you cite our Frontiers support, because that's the way we tell the National Institutes of Health, how we're succeeding. So today we're going to focus on mentoring and career development. And so we have a tall task for us to do, because we're trying to help our young students here up front, all the way to people that are farther along in their career and are really trying to advance clinical and translational science across the spectrum of the research. So I'm excited for our keynote speaker today, because that will launch us into an exciting day. So thank you. Dr. Leary.
Hello, everyone, and I would like to second Steve's comment about the brave students up front. Extra points for that. Feel free to grab extra cookies, drinks, whatever you want today for that. Just a few house cleaning items before I introduce our keynote speaker. Steve covered some of them, but for our breakout sessions that are going to be on the first floor, you can take the elevators out to the right, or straight ahead, there are some staircases. We do have over 200 people registered to be in person today. This is a large room, so it might not look like that many people are here. So if you're able to take the stairs, you might be able to save yourself some times there. Outside the auditorium to the left, we have several tables from partners and stakeholders here with information. So please take a moment to go speak with them and learn about the services and resources they offer. For sessions here in the auditorium, each chair has a desk arm that pulls out and a power plug. So if you need to take notes or plug in your laptop during the day, that's available at each chair. A bit of a surprise we were not expecting when we scheduled this symposium, but live events give you surprises. At 11 o'clock this morning, there is a regional tornado drill going on in Kansas City. Children's Mercy staff and hospital will be participating in it. If you're here for the symposium, we will not be participating in it. One of the restrooms on the first floor that Steve mentioned is one of the shelter and safety in place locations. So there might have been a lot of traffic up there later, but again, when the alarms sound, it is a regional drill and there's nothing we need to do other than follow along with our agenda that we have today. As you can see, we have photographers and film being done today, so if you have a moment, please stop, pose for a picture, speak to our videographer about your role, your interaction with Frontiers. It's great to help us share with all across our members and other stakeholders as well. Lunch will be provided on the first floor. We'll have boxed lunches, salads and sandwiches. Please grab one and then head to the next concurrent session to eat your lunch there. As we mentioned, we do have the high school students here. If you see them, please speak to them, introduce yourself, ask them about their interest. They were brave and sat in the front row. Please be a brave investigator and speak to a high school student today before you leave. I have faith in you. For our high school students, after our keynote speech from Dr. Laura Lunsford, please grab your things and then exit out the main doors back there and stay in the lobby, and your tour from the CMRI, you'll start there and then go through your tour, and then we'll move on to 2 oral presentations here. I'll end with thank yous to all our partner institutions. We have representation from all our partner institutions here, which is fantastic. Thank you to CMRI for all their help in helping us organize this large event. We have over 200 folks registered to be here in person. We have folks that are joining virtual. That takes a lot of work. It would not be possible without our administrative team being led by Kelly Hale today and Christy Smith. I'm going to continue to shower them with praise, so you're going to hear their names several times today. But really, thank you for the team. This day would not happen without you. And thank you to everyone online and in person for registering and participating. Thank you for everyone in speed mentoring, our panelists, our topic presenters today. Really appreciate everyone's effort in making this come alive today.